Marks up against Canada's Michelle Lee. Well, the top half of the draw wide open. Titanic effort yesterday from Kjærsfeldt to get past Cho Chuong, the top seed in the quarter-finals. Michelle Lee's having a terrific week as well here. It was all about the bottom half with a draw until Katatong withdrew. Chen Yufei getting a favourable draw, and she was brilliant earlier in that other semi-final, securing her place in tomorrow's Swiss Open women's singles final. Chen Yufei may be here right now, rubbing her hands together, watching or about to watch this women's singles semi-final. She'll be heavily favoured. She's got a little bit more rest than these two. Well, she's the top Danish women's singles player once again. And that is some doing with Mia Blichfeldt, Lena Kristoffersen as her competitors, if you like, at least in terms of Danish women's singles. And Julie Jacobsen, of course, I can't forget her.
Please welcome from Canada, Michelle Lee.
Well, Michelle Lee doesn't have the same kind of troubles in Canada, at least. Always competing for that Pan Am title, however. And Bei Wenjiang has been a thorn in her side for many years now. Still, Michelle Lee, 4 Canada Open titles, 3 Pan Am Games and 6 Pan Am Championship titles. 33 years old now. A couple of Commonwealth medals. And unbelievably, considering their ages, and they've been similarly ranked for so long, they've only met once. 3 years ago at the German Open, round of 16 that was.
Sorry. Right side, serve over receive. You serve the left side. Good luck.
A Michelle Lee win, by the way, in case you missed the graphic on stream moments ago. Coin toss decided, change of ends. So Lena Kjærsfeldt will be 31 years old in a month's time. Lives in Copenhagen, but born in Aarhus. European gold medalist 10 years ago. And is back to form. 6 times runners-up on the World Tour. Last year's Canada Open was the last World Tour final for Kjærsfeldt. And really, it's all about that match in the quarterfinals with Cho Chuong. 7th meeting between those two. First time in those 7 years Kjærsfeldt's beaten Cho Chuong. And in straight games too, it was very much about playing the conditions. I was watching that match. So it feels like for ages we've been watching Michelle Lee on our screens. 33 years old now. Born in Hong Kong but lives in Markham, Ontario. Spent 15 weeks inside the top 10 at number 8 in the world. She fell outside of the top 20 in the world early last year. I wasn't sure she'd really hold her own and make it back into contention for semi-finals and finals. But look at that week. All three of her matches have gone the distance. A tough, tough week for Michelle Lee. Dennis Alavagna, our umpire for this match from Switzerland, and Austria's Daniel Wolf, our service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Line Højmark Kjærsfeldt, Denmark. And on my left, Michelle Lee, Canada. Michelle Lee to serve, love all, play.
Oh, Michelle Lee didn't look quite ready for
One, love.
that cross drive from Kjærsfeldt. Just long from Lee.
2, love.
Yes, landed in.
3, love.
Well, that backhand serve of Kjærsfeldt already causing a few problems for Michelle Lee.
Service over. 1, 3. Two, 3.
Well, it's Kjærsfeldt that started the match with a little bit more intensity.
Five, 2.
attacking the body nicely, Kjærsfeldt.
6-2.
Quite a few of Michelle Lee's high serves. Kjærsfeldt simply smashed back into the middle of the court. Let's get back in contention. That's lovely.
7-2.
Well, it's a very different outcome to the last time these two met. Michelle Lee had a healthy lead at this stage. German Open a couple of years ago, Michelle Lee won in straight games, but An Se-young was her opponent in the next round.
4-9.
The result, therefore, as you'd expect. Oh, it's a lovely touch from Kjærsfeldt to take that on so close to the sideline as well.
10-4.
Smallest of double actions and the backhand net shot. And the fist pumping for the Dane. 11-4 in the first. Terrific start for Kjærsfeldt.
Seconds, 20 seconds. (11-4). Play.
Well, Kjærsfeldt will be absolutely buoyed by the week she's having here. It was a tactical and difficult win yesterday against Cho Chuong. If I remember rightly, she was heavily down in the second, lost the first on the better end. Down in the second, something like 9-love. And came back to turn it around in that game. Poor decision again from Michelle Lee.
Service over. 35.
Left that shot in hope. Michelle Lee's footwork doesn't look quite as fluid as usual. And Kjærsfeldt's in the rear court. It looks like Michelle Lee's trying to split that tiny bit earlier.
Service over.
And on occasion has got caught.
6-14. Service over. 15-6.
That's just beautiful for Michelle Lee.
Service over. 7-15.
Picture perfect. It's a good pick up from Kjærsfeldt. Brilliant. What a turnaround, Michelle Lee. Oh. Well, our judge has called this out. And Michelle Lee challenges, hoping that Hawkeye will turn this decision around. And I think she's got a very good chance here. That looked good to me. Brilliant counter-attack from Michelle Lee. Back to within 5 points. Just wide.
12-15.
Brilliant attack.
Service over.
Frustrated looking reaction from Michelle Lee.
16-12.
Coaching staff on both sides having quite a bit of impact here. It's landed in as well. Well, Michelle Lee challenging. Her hopes for the first game, realistically, relying on the outcome of this challenge. And it is a good challenge.
Correction out. Service over. 13-16, play.
She trails by 3. (14-9) the score was. Good net shot.
Ball.
Well, it might have
Service
landed
over.
out anyway. Kjærsfeldt taking no chances.
13.
Terrific net, that. That body smash has been quite effective today. Well over 300 kilometers per hour as well. Oh, she had Kjærsfeldt.
18-13.
Deceptive at the forecourt, Michelle Lee. Needs the shot quality to back it up, though. Oh, it was a miss hit. As Kjærsfeldt smiles to the coaches.
19-13.
Got lucky here. She didn't mean that at all.
Line. Show me signal that you want to change the shuttle.
Kjærsfeldt 2 points away from the opening game advantage.
Service over. 14-19.
That's a terrific net shot again from Kjærsfeldt.
Service over.
Taking it early, taking it as high as possible.
14.
Playing that spin. Making Michelle Lee's life a lot more difficult. 6 game points for the Dane. Flick serve is enough to cause Michelle Lee to hit wide. 21-14 the first game.
First game won by Højmark Kjærsfeldt, 21-14. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Second game, level, play. Service over.
Michelle Lee looking
1-love.
a lot more ready for the start of this second game. Bit of a slow start in the first.
Two, love.
Well, that was close to drifting in. We saw a few earlier today
Love.
down that line. Crept back into court. Not this time for Kjærsfeldt. Superb. Oh. Well, again, I thought she made this.
Kjærsfeldt challenges, gold out.
First instinct, it might have caught the line, but at that pace, often the cork might have just crept outside the line. Maybe the end of the feathers stayed in. It's on the line, it is in.
Correction in. Service over. 1-3. Play.
Well, the backhand kill not intentionally hit at Kjærsfeldt.
4-1.
Or maybe it was. Who am I to say? 4-1. Terrific shot. Reverse slice from Michelle Lee.
5-1.
And again, that shot is excellent.
6-1.
Kjærsfeldt no chance, just stood and watched. Cho Chuong yesterday had a lot of success with a more conventional slice from her forehand corner. Cross court.
7-1.
Oh, that was close as well. Line
Service
judge
over.
has called it wide.
2-7.
Well,
3-7.
strangely, the drift, which was right to left earlier, perhaps is moving in circles in this arena. And in the top right corner, where that shuttle just landed, it looked like the drift pushed that out. No problem this time.
Over. 8-3.
Well, a big slice from
Service
Kjærsfeldt,
over.
played at pace.
4-8. Five, 8. Service over. 9-5.
That's a great shot from Michelle Lee. Well, she's forcing Line Kjærsfeldt
10-5.
to try and take chances and be a little more deceptive. Perhaps the change of ends, the difference in front to back drift, is making life a little easier for Michelle Lee. Just wide. And a 6-point lead for
interval.
the Canadian at the mid-game interval in the second.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Eleven, 5. Play. Service over. 6-11.
Well, that's a nice shot from Kjærsfeldt. An early wake-up call since the mid-game break.
7-11.
Yeah, that serve is effective from Kjærsfeldt.
8-11.
Serve itself did the damage here. Flick serve causing problems. She served out wide earlier. A clean ace. And that one's landed in from Michelle Lee.
Service over. Yes.
Hong Kong-born Michelle Lee.
12.
Moved to Canada in 1997. Made history for Canada, in fact, winning the first badminton women's singles gold at Commonwealth Games. It's been a real Pan Am icon over the years. Oh, that might have gone wide. Well,
13.
it's my impression that Michelle Lee's playing into the drift. Typically in singles, a lot more comfortable for these top players who can still find the black line.
Michelle Lee challenges, called out.
Well, the challenge here, the serve was long. Yeah, these top players can still find a good length when they're playing against the drift. Just add a bit more power, but it's hard to take power off. So when the drift's behind you and will force your shot to go longer than you want it to, it's hard to take off the right amount of power to find a good length.
One challenge remaining.
And so essentially,
Service over. 9.
you stop playing into the rear corners,
Play.
making your opponent's court a bit smaller.
Service over. 14-9.
Just wide, another challenge.
Højmark Kjærsfeldt challenges, called out.
Hawkeye being
Challenge
kept busy
unsuccessful.
today.
One challenge remaining. 15-9. Play.
Struggling on the far side.
16-9.
She's all at sea right now, Line Kjærsfeldt.
17-9.
Well, a string of mistakes from the Dane has allowed Michelle Lee to fly away on the scoreboard. Great touch.
19-9. Service over.
Well, that puts an end to 6 straight points for Michelle Lee. It's a long way back for Kjærsfeldt in this second game, though, who really needs to adapt.
Service over.
Because it's going to 3.
Game point 10.
And she's going to finish the match exactly where they are now. She needs to get more confident on that far side.
Service over.
Michelle Lee this time just stands and watches
11-20.
as the shuttle falls in. Plenty of game points in hand for the Canadian. Well, it's a scrappy finish. Something of an inevitability about it. There we are.
Game.
21-12, the second.
Second game won by Michelle Lee.
Worrying signs for Kjærsfeldt, who was not comfortable at all on that far side.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Coach, thank you. Final game. Love all. Play.
Well, the tournament mascot, Basil the Dragon, still keeping the crowd entertained here.
Service over. 1 love.
This is where it's an interesting psychological battle. Clearly a better side of the court.
Service over. 1 all.
And to some extent, it's who could just forget all of that and just play. Good rally. Clever from Michelle Lee, using those racket skills to maximum effect.
2 1. Michelle, Michelle, Michelle.
Kjærsfeldt scrambling in defence. Brilliant shot.
2 all. Service over.
Well, it seems Michelle Lee
3.
doesn't have any issues finding those rear corners from that side.
Service over. 3 all. Yes.
Michelle Lee's adapted to Kjærsfeldt quite nicely here.
3 all.
Setting her base back a little bit in court.
Coach, players in positions.
Kjærsfeldt playing with more power than touch. From the rear court especially. It's going wide, well wide. See the drift.
Service
Pushing that
over.
shuttle further and further away.
4 3. Service over. 4 all.
Well, Michelle Lee turned to her coach just then, who I think was advising to forget the tricky stuff. Let's hit the shuttle early.
5 4.
Great defense from Lee. Oh, but the attack's too good in the end from Kjærsfeldt.
6 4. Wait. Wait.
Liebe Zuschauerinnen und Zuschauer, wir bitten Sie beim Filmen und Fotografieren kein Bild nicht zu verwenden.
6 4.
Well, it was an excellent rally.
7 4.
But Michelle Lee's gone wide again. Brilliant save from Lee.
8,
He's clutching that elbow.
4.
That backhand clear. Or perhaps it was that landing. Something didn't feel comfortable for Michelle Lee. Another one on the line.
9, 4.
Well, take that.
Service over.
A little bit
5,
more prepared for that
9.
flick serve. Almost having to do the splits, Kjærsfeldt.
6, 9.
Well, that's the
Service
point.
over. 10,
She'll be desperate to
6.
win. Really neutral, 50-50 point. Nothing in this. Forcing a mistake from your opponent at this stage of a deciding game. That's like it's worth double. Oh,
11-6 interval, change hands.
well, that lead looked healthy for Lena Kjærsfeldt. Michelle Lee will feel a little disappointed after this deciding change of ends. But Kjærsfeldt struggled in game 2 on that far side of the court. I think that's exactly what she and the coach are talking about right now.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Lina, where's the towel? Where's the towel? Put it into the box. 11-6. Play.
Oh, it's lovely.
Line judge.
Good variation from Lena Kjærsfeldt.
12-6. It's 12. 12-6.
Excellent work.
13-6. Service over. 7-13.
Oh, I think it's landed in.
8-13.
Well, is this the sign, the start of the comeback for Michelle Lee?
Let. Lina. You need to be quicker. Yes, but the time here, you have to be ready quicker. 8-13.
So, Kjærsfeldt looking for every chance to just slow things down at the moment. Terrific shot.
9-13.
It's those slices cross-court that are taken early that cause Kjærsfeldt problems. Just doesn't look ready for that shot. Good smash to the body.
10-13. Change the shot. Service over.
Shelley looking a little frustrated with that.
10.
A chance to get back to within 2 points. Instead, Kjærsfeldt leads by 4. Good save. Excellent rally. Oh, there it is again. Deceptive slice.
Service over. 11-14.
Kjærsfeldt unable to get anywhere near it. Had her weight on her heels. Looking for the clear. Or perhaps a smash to the sides.
Service over. 15-11.
Well, this is a big point considering the score in the third. Terrific finish. Route one for YONEX Kjærsfeldt.
11.
Smash it as hard as you can. Get in and kill it as quickly as you can. This is where she was good yesterday against Pompawi Chochuong. Didn't give the Thai a chance to play. Can she do the same thing against Michelle Lee?
Service over. 12-16.
Kjærsfeldt working extremely hard. Shelley making mistakes.
Service over. 17-12.
It's landed in as well. A challenge from the
Højmark
Dane.
Kjærsfeldt challenges. Goal in.
It's the last chance, really, for Michelle Lee. She feels she hit the perfect shot. But if Kjærsfeldt's right and the scoreboard goes to 18-12, for me, it's as good as all over. It's in. Michelle Lee hangs on.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over.
4 points the difference instead.
13-17. Play.
YONEX Kjærsfeldt with one challenge left in the match. She just can't read those slice shots from the rear court.
17.
This is a rivalry I wish we'd have seen more of over the years. Similar age, similar ranking in their career, typically. Surprised we haven't seen more of these matches. Clash in styles. It would have been a nice rivalry to have witnessed. The power from Kjærsfeldt comes through.
Service over. 18-14. Yes. Michelle, you need a quick towel. Thank you. Eighteen, 14.
Three points away from the final now, Kjærsfeldt. Oh, line judge unsighted. How important is this? YONEX Kjærsfeldt looks at the line judge when the shuttle lands as if to say, well, are you going to make a call? And they just sat there awkwardly. Here it is. And it is long.
Out.
And it's a massive advantage
19,
Selina Kjærsfeldt.
40, play.
Exquisite touch.
Service over. 15, 19.
Well, Kjærsfeldt needs 2 points. It is my humble opinion she needs to stick to what she's good at and just go for it here. She can't allow Michelle Lee to play. Leaving a serve at this stage of a semi-final.
16, 19.
It's not a good idea. Michelle Lee keeping Kjærsfeldt in the rear corners, but that's not the tactic either. Well, the tension between these two, the pressure is
20,
on.
match point, 16.
And both of them are feeling that. Four match points for Selina Kjærsfeldt. Kjærsfeldt gets through this. I can't wait to see her reaction. Michelle Lee fights back.
17-20.
Oh, there it is. Kjærsfeldt with the win. 21-17 in the third. What a contest that was. A real clash in styles on court. And Kjærsfeldt falls to her knees in delight. A Super 300 final for the Dane.
Match won by Højmark Kjærsfeldt. 21-14.
Look at the delight on her face.
21-17.
Shen Yufei awaits in the final tomorrow. And there's the score. 21-14, 12-21, 21-17 the decider for Lena Højmark Kjærsfeldt. We've got two more semi-finals for you. Coming up next is the men's singles. 7th seed versus 8. It's Lin Chunyi versus Weng Hongyan. What a semi-finals day it's been here at the Swiss Open 2025. Men's singles coming up in a few moments' time. From Taipei, Lin Chunyi, and he's taking on, from China, Wang Hongyang.